Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. See my title below. This is on episode 8 of Bungou Stray Dogs season 2, and holy crap, this episode was pretty damn awesome. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was pretty hyped for this episode to come out, obviously because of so many crazy things happening in the last episode, and I was full on all about, you know, the Port Mafia was pulling out all the stops. They were doing so many things. They attacked the, you know, base of operations of the guild. Akutagawa put like 2 people in, like, we didn't know if they were killed or not. Obviously we do figure out in this one, but pretty much like practically killing them. We have Margaret, who's pretty much in critical care, and Nathaniel is like still hurt as well. And obviously there was like that thing where I'm not too sure what he's gonna do. Probably find revenge and try and fight Akutagawa later on because he wants to get her honor and everything like that. So that's one thing that we can expect later on. We're gonna have another clash of those kind of similar fighting, similar powers in a way between Akutagawa and Nathaniel. So that should be pretty interesting to see. But obviously that was like a huge blow of what we thought to the guild. He also sent the guild after the agency, to which the agency had to go at them, so, you know, clash between them over there. Then of course they released Q, to which obviously literally Q freaked me out, and I was like, holy crap, who's gonna be able to beat him? Obviously everything looked like it was gonna be Dazai to beat him, but that's not what happened in this one. Like, holy crap, you think you can, you know, get into the mind of Lovecraft and mess him up? No, he turned that around, and all of a sudden they have Q as like pretty much like they're torturing him. Like, I'm like, holy crap, I didn't think anyone would be able to take him down that easy, except maybe obviously Dazai because of his, you know, power, which is OP obviously. But yeah, I did not expect it to be like that. I thought the kind of battles that were gonna go on was gonna be more, you know, evened out, but looks like all the things that Port Mafia did was practically for naught. Obviously, like I said, Margaret and Nathaniel did live. The ship was pretty much not their base of operations, considering we get to see, you know, Herman Melville, sorry, in here. You know, I know him only because, you know, most people will know him because of this one story, obviously, Moby Dick. Yeah, I did not expect like a huge mechanical, you know, ship that they can ride. That was what ended up being Moby Dick, and I was like, holy crap, that's pretty crazy. I mean, that's the only thing we've seen him to do. He summons it, they go into the whale, and it's a huge ship. That's pretty much their base of operations, and it can even fly. So I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, none of what the Port Mafia did worked, and like I said, Q even got captured. So okay, so the guild is striking back, and they're striking back hard. Like, holy crap, I did not expect, like, they're literally gonna just destroy the whole city. Obviously Fitzgerald is looking for something in the city, looking for something in Yokohama, and that's why he thinks just destroy the whole city. And obviously they need, you know, he needs Atsushi there. That's why he captured him, and he's not just killing him and everything. And oh my, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the next episode because of all that craziness that happened in this one. Like, seriously, what is this thing that Fitzgerald is looking for that he needs Akutagawa, I was gonna say Atsushi? Like, why does he need Atsushi? Why? What is there that he needs, that he could possibly need, that is like this powerful, that he would willing to pretty much destroy a whole city? Like, holy crap. We also got to see another person being introduced, Mark Twain. Yes, of course, that, you know, most people will know him as well, his power being Huck and Tom, and obviously that's Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. So that was pretty cool. He's like kind of like more of like a gun tech savvy kind of person. Obviously you see him shooting a sniper in the beginning of the episode, and then you also see like he was controlling the cannons and pretty much using, you know, what's it called, Tom and Huck to like attack directly and know where, you know, planning all that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool to see, to be honest, his power, and of course, you know, Moby Dick. So that was 2 new characters that we were introduced, 2 new powers, and pretty much like 2 Arthurs that a lot of people will know, at least, because, you know, I don't know a lot of the Arthurs in here. Even some of the, you know, American ones I don't really know, but obviously a lot of people will know these 2, considering a lot of people will know Moby Dick, and a lot of people will know, Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. So it's pretty cool to see them throwing in these big names right now. And honestly, I want to see more, like, what else Moby Dick can do. Obviously, he has it's just pretty much a mobile base. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna take that down. Literally do not know how they're gonna take that down. But another interesting thing in this one too was we got to see the return of Lucy. Obviously, we saw her like in the end of the last season, and we didn't really know what happened to her. Obviously, she went back to the guild and everything. And you get this conversation between her and Atsushi, to which, of course, she doesn't, she's like, what do you know? You don't know anything about me, kind of thing, how I am and how my life is and everything. To which Atsushi pretty much knows exactly how she feels and all that kind of stuff. And they end up going to her world kind of thing. He's pretty much saying that he's going to do everything he can. That whole quote with the regret kind of thing, obviously, was a big thing. And she ends up letting him go, gives him a parachute and everything. And you get this moment where it looks like there could be some romance in between them. I'm not too sure if that is going to happen at all, but it's kind of crazy that, like, I could definitely see, like, at the end of this or something, or maybe even before, also she says she'll be waiting here for him to come back and save her. So that was like super cute and everything to see that. But I could definitely see him, saving her and bringing her back. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of like the same deal with Kyoka. He saved Kyoka from the Port Mafia, and now he's gonna, maybe later on in the future, save Lucy from the guild. So it's kind of interesting to see that kind of dynamic between those two characters are kind of the same in a way that Atsushi goes and saves them. Also, at the moment, Lucy is gonna have to stay in her world, or she's gonna be in big trouble. And we do not know what happened to Kyoka. They just show her at the beginning, that whole thing, and then all of a sudden, please don't show me any light, and it's just like cuts off, and that was pretty much the end of showing about everything about Kyoka. But I'm pretty sure we'll see the return of her later on in the future episodes. How what's gonna happen to her? What how is Atsushi gonna be able to save her and bring her back to the light, away from the darkness inside her soul and everything, will be something that will be pretty big in the upcoming episodes probably. But after that, obviously, they pretty much the emergency plan or whatever that Fitzgerald has, he decides, just gonna use it, and he uses Q, hurts him, pretty much has Steinbach pretty much using all the routes connected to him into the town, and a whole bunch of people get the mark on them and rips the damn things, the doll in half, or the head, rip it off. And pretty much, all of a sudden, the whole city is blowing up, burning. People are attacking each other, and it's just, everything looks pretty damn bad. And also, Atsushi, with his plan, jumping off, narrowly looks like he's about to die. And all of a sudden, he has like this moment with the tiger. I'm not too sure on what's going on with there, but like the tiger attacks him, and he starts painting and everything, and then it's kind of like the tiger ends up saving him. So it's pretty interesting to see that we may see more of that later. We've seen him turn into the tiger, but it's usually because of he's enraged or despair kind of thing. This one, it's a lot different in the way it happens. So I'm wondering if he'll gain more control of his power, or it's like he's even more powerful than before. I'm not too sure, but that will definitely be an interesting thing to see later on. But it was also pretty crazy that we finally do get to see that Dazai did survive. Sure, his arm's messed up, but he had this whole thing planned. He knew that Atsushi was going to be able to come down, and he had like everything set up to have like a whole disrupt the sensor so they can't find him and everything. So it's pretty damn crazy. Like, I'm like, Dazai, man, he's the man. Every time, I swear, Dazai always never ceases to amaze me. But of course, another cool thing that happened at the end of this episode was that they actually, like, I'm not too sure if they ever like really fully put in a quote from one of the people, but they actually had a quote from Atsushi. And I didn't really know this because I don't really know a lot of Japanese authors and anything, writers, and I didn't really know that it showed the quote at the end. And I looked it up, and I was like, holy crap, this is really a quote from one of Atsushi's books. So that's pretty cool, honestly, that they would put that in. And of course, his big revealing plan at the end, after seeing the Port Mafia trying to protect the city, is yes, we're going to have an alliance between the Port Mafia and the agency going up against the guild. So that should definitely be exciting. Like I said, I'm definitely interested in seeing more powers, so maybe seeing more people of the Port Mafia's powers. But it should be definitely cool to see the Port Mafia and the agency fighting side by side against this pretty much force of the guild, which we've seen in this episode. Literally, they are not to be messed with. I was like full on like, holy crap, it looks more like the agency's on the back foot, and the Port Mafia is the one just going all out. And then all of a sudden this episode, it's like, nope, guess what, the guild is the one that's the strongest one. And yeah, they definitely showed it. Like, I literally thought that Q was gonna be a problem, and no, it wasn't a problem. Maybe not for them, obviously, but it's gonna be it's a problem right now as the moment, because they can do it again, what they did. And obviously, gonna be a problem for the Port Mafia and the agency. But yeah, I honestly cannot wait to see the next episodes. This episode was pretty damn hype. Had a lot of things going for it, especially for the guild. A lot of things, like literally pretty emotional moments for Atsushi trying to find himself. As usual, that's just how it is for his character. We got to see Moby Dick. We got to see, Mark Twain and his Huck and Tom. And then we also got to see Lucy again, and got to see kind of that romantic connection that there is. I mean, more of, there's more of a similarity between their lives and everything, but you do see that there is a possibility of a romance, and it would be pretty interesting to see if that happens. Obviously, there is still Kyoko as well. That's another big thing. There's a lot of things. Like, it's crazy because there's a bunch of things that I was like super excited for in this episode because of what happened in the last episode. And now this episode leaves me with even more. And then usually you think, oh my gosh, more and more and more. We're not gonna be able to finish all this, but it's in a good way they're doing this. It gets you just like so hyped up. Like, I literally cannot wait to see the next episode, to see everything unfold. There's gonna be an alliance between the Port Mafia and the agency. That's just gonna be pure awesomeness, and I can't wait to see more of the guild. What do they have planned? What is there any more guild members that are super awesome that we're gonna see as well? I honestly just cannot wait to see that. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. There's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.